coffee brewing as the sun peeks through the haze. Birds are chirping, serenading morning's praise. The front porch creaks as dreams fade away. America's awakened to a brand new day. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Loose print smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, want just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Newsprint smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, want just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Tractors rumble, fields coming alive. Big wheels turning where hopes and dreams strive. Laughter echoes down the old dirt road. America's awakened to lighten her load. America's awakened to lighten her load.
Good morning, good morning. I don't know why the overlay is gone, but now it's back. Let's see, we got Nancy in here this morning. She was first. James Barron, good morning. Native Pride, good morning. Stacy Woodson, good morning. Troublemaker, good morning. Native Pride, good morning. We got Joan and Sharon, good morning. Which Dave is the mole? I heard Dave, the guy that donated all the money. Tim Walters, good morning. So, yeah, it is a very good morning here today. I'm just taking a quick look at some things. Just making sure the Veteran Nation Foundation Facebook is the one that if anybody sends me a face request, I'll go ahead and add them to it. No problem whatsoever. My Mike Arthur one is one I keep private. So, and I understand some people, they want to be on that one, but if I don't know you, I don't really add you. I don't even think I have Coupe as a friend on there. And I do stuff with Coupe, but I would say I know Coupe at this point. Good morning, Laura. Let's see. Yeah, just going through and cleaning some stuff up here. So last night I did Skipper's Sunday hot tub party. We'll see. That might be a thing. I don't know. Was just trying some stuff out. It's funny. People responded to that. I got 4 new subs off that, and it's like, you never know what's the thing that people are gonna. And I'm not even chasing subs. On X, I am. On X, I'm trying to get as many followers as I can. But yet, did you see that ICE went into Jerry Nadler's office and they detained one of his staffers. I'm the topic on a certain channel and not in a good way. I can only imagine. I think I know who it is. Is it somebody who who's very upset? Very upset for me just existing. Because yeah, some of these people, it's like, dude, just stop. Yeah, is it a mental? Are they having a mental breakdown? Too funny. Did you see about that protester, an illegal Egyptian immigrant, threw the Molotov cocktail at some protesters supporting Israel? Like, we need to get these illegal immigrants out of the country. I'm sorry. MLS is trying to make a deal. I am not surprised at all. Not surprised. That would be the deal I would make, though. If I were Jeremy, that would be the deal I would make. I'd be like, look, pay 15 grand and you turn over all the evidence and testify on my side. And yeah, cussing the day you were born, a big time breakdown. Dude, he just he needs a therapist. Like, all the people in his chat are doing him a disservice because they know he gets derailed by his chat all the time. They get him worked up and he needs a therapist. This is why people need to be properly vetted. Vetted for what? Right, Stacy? Oh, you have a good day, Laura. We'll be here if you need to come back. Appreciate you showing up. Give it a like and thumbs up on your way. Oh, hold on. I'll be right back, guys. I just realized something. Hold on. We needed to bring back Lacy. Yeah, Lacy got moved because I had Tommy here the other day. That was fun. Had two cameras here. He was sitting right next to me. Not often does that happen. And this isn't incredibly conducive of a setup for two people. So I had to move Lacy out. I'm sure on his meltdown, I'm sure that's going to be a major problem. The fact that John sent me Lacy and now she's showing off our merchandise. I saw today is Fleece's last day to respond. Stupid Dave is yet to respond and has been turned on and now back in the graces till last night. MLS hasn't been around that long, so how would he have evidence that could put them all in jail? I'm thinking it's Stupid Dave. He's been around since the beginning of it all. MLS, he was in on the emails. He was in on the emails, guaranteed. Good morning, Dwayne. Dwayne was a little bit upset. Apparently, me and Coupe, he needed eye bleach because me and Coupe had stuff. I got my ankles always get bit by stuff, and there must have been a small mosquito, because yeah, they got ate alive at the amusement park the other day. Elon Musk says Doge became the whipping boy for everything. Well, it was going to. Government is like a DMV that got big. Yeah, absolutely, 100%, 100%. MLS doesn't wear glasses or have any facial hair. Super Dave does have facial hair and wears glasses. Stupid Dave should be the mole because he's done a lot of damage. Like a lot. I remember when no one was covering it, he was. And that's there was straight defamation. He was trying to get into my Facebook group. I had a Facebook group where it was just to make fun of Lynette. I didn't think it would get this big. I was laughing at her craziness, and I started it in June of 23. And yeah, I wasn't planning on reporting anything. We were just taking screenshots, throwing it in there, and just laughing at how she reacted to stuff. And it was just 100%. It was hilarious.
I plead the fifth.
Palmer's Archer Homestead, member for 7 months. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that so much. You don't even know. Hey, good morning, Big Dirt. Welcome. He's over there on X. Have you seen all the ridiculous shorts of crazy Leslie Lips? I have not yet. I will be getting into some of that stuff today. I could tell there was a lot of craziness going on yesterday. I had people contacting me, people who know I don't want them contacting me, wanting apologies. Go fuck yourself. Like, oh, I want an apology. Yeah, go fuck yourself. That was about Volpe. What was it? I'm trying to find. Oh, Jeremy said something about a baby mama come forward. Does oh yeah, okay. Here's the thing. If Volpe's baby mama wants to come on this show, I would talk to her. I would. People saying all bad things and saying they have facts, it all needs to end. Believe it. I believe a lot of the lies are going around. The lies are not going to save anyone. This is just too much for everyone. Absolutely, Robin. There's a lot of stuff. And that's why they're delaying in court, because that's the only thing they can do at this point. They know they're gonna lose. They don't have facts or things that support them. So their option is to say a bunch of bullshit. No, I did not watch Jeremy's live yet. After I got done in the hot tub, I came inside and someone was trying to start some drama with me. And you guys know I am not about the drama. I really am not. I'll go in and I'll troll. I'll troll in the groups, but like, yeah, I am not about the drama. And I had someone who, oh my God, the longest. What is up with these people? If you're sending super long posts, you need a therapist. You're doing that. Here, let me give you guys insight. I used to do that. But if you're sending people super long emails, super long posts, it's because you don't feel heard. That's why you're doing that. And you're doing it to try to get the person to engage in a back and forth where you feel heard. And you need to go to therapy because that'll never make you feel heard. That is only your way of getting things off your chest, but you're sending it to people who don't care at all. They don't care. They're not going to listen to you. So you should find someone who will listen to you and get it off your chest and process it. And then you know, and I had to respond to this person like, I consider this harassment. don't contact me again. Leave me alone. Do I think that person will contact me again? I do. I do. And here's the thing. Just because you're a veteran or you have veteran families in your veteran family members, that doesn't mean I'm going to take your opinion over someone else's. It really doesn't. I deal with people on a case by case basis. Paint Chips wants to try and meet with Jeremy, or things won't turn out well for Jeremy. What would that do? What would that do? Like, that's not going to help anything. He just wants attention. That's all Paint Chips wants is attention. Well, you see this. You see these people who go live and they just talk and talk and talk and talk. Again, it's back to they want to be heard. I mean, I'm perfectly fine with these coffees with the skipper. Most they ever go is about an hour. Most days they're about a half hour. I'm okay with that. You know, I say what I need to, and I get it. As we used to say in the Marine Corps, be brief, be brilliant, be gone. And it's actually better for your channel too. Stupid Dave could be the mole. I will say that he could be the mole. Oh, Leslie, only for this chat. Leslie is, yeah, she has clearly has a mental issue. Clearly has a mental issue, and I'm sure the people going off about me this morning are saying I can't diagnose people. Saying someone's got a mental issue is not a diagnosis. Diagnosis would be, oh, they have borderline personality, or they have a narcissistic disorder, or they have bipolar. That would be a diagnosis. Saying they have a mental issue, I can spot a mental issue. You can see the 1,000-yard stare, and I've seen a bunch of Marines with the 1,000-yard stare. That doesn't mean I'm diagnosing them. I can just tell something's going on. I had a Marine in my office this last week that I could tell there's an issue. And I said, you know what? You should just consider go talking. And, I said, so-and-so's right over there. You should go talk to him. When I talk to him, I feel a lot better. And they give me good advice. And guess who that person was? A therapist. Paint Chips is weird looking, small round head with big old body, looking like version of a cartoon character. Yeah. The thing about it is he tries to act tough like he's in the mafia. He's a wannabe. Like, I used to come across a lot of Marines like that. A lot who, for instance, would they would have motorcycles and wear all their motorcycle gear. And I was just like, dude, you're such a poser. He's the real life version of Peter Griffin from Family. Yeah, he does look like Peter Griffin. Good morning, Colleen. Good morning, Robert Tower. Robert Tower, let's talk about Robert. The fundraiser has bought everything except for the e-bike. Here, I'm going to share this. Right here. Look at that. We got everything except for the bike. That is awesome. So that's the one thing left unpurchased on Robert's wish list. Here, I will put that in the chat. And Robert is taking gift cards so that he can purchase that. Robert is not a veteran. He's not a veteran, so I can't use foundation money. Doesn't mean I can't help. And I think we've legitimately tried to help. So yeah. Pseudo intellectuals. That's right, Stacy. Their people, their Mensa applications are perennially on standby. But yeah, so it's a $200 e-bike. Once we get Robert that, he'll be able to get to the grocery store. And the stuff has been arriving. I know Robert really does appreciate it. And I appreciate you guys doing things for Robert. And we just took care of needs. I told Robert, look, if you have wants, you got to figure that out. We're not a Lynette situation. You're not just gonna give me wish lists and I'll just blindly throw stuff up there. But there were a couple wants that we put in there, but nothing too big. But the e-bike is the last thing that we need, and we will get it. I guarantee you, we will get it, without a doubt. We will get it. And that doesn't mean me helping Robert stops. It just means I'm done with the Amazon wish list. We will have covered a lot of stuff with there. But I'm trying to get Robert into a better living situation. The petition. Let me pull up the petition. We were doing really well. We were getting close to 4,200. Okay, we're still close to 4,200. We're not quite there yet. I'm going to be pushing this out as well. So we're at 4187. And I don't know if this is, I don't think this is the, oh, actually, here we go. Let me copy that. So there's the link. Oh, and thank you. Yeah, Paul's got it here. In fact, let me pin Paul's message if I can. I just gotta get in there. I didn't open the control panel yet. So let me pin Paul's message. So yeah, please share that out. Please share that out. We want to get over 5,000. And I'm going to start writing some form letters too. I set out 2 glue traps and caught 9 mice. Ooh. That I'm glad that we're catching them, because we'll eventually start getting rid of them, especially once you get rid of the food source and the water source, they will start to go away. Does ice have the power to deport people from humanity? That's funny. That is funny. But yeah, everyone keep sharing that petition. I'm gonna do a new. Actually, you know, no, I'm not gonna do it live. But I will share it out on Twitter again. That'll be good. Oh. But yeah, this I can't wait to watch Jeremy's live. Lacy, what are you doing? You get back there. You're like a drunk man. There we go. There we go. Yeah, that's why I told him, Colleen. Apparently I don't think he can have cats. But yeah, cats kill just for fun. They love to hunt. And then they bring it to you. I remember the first week I got Kang. He was still a kitten. He killed a snake. It was a little corn snake, like probably about that big. Killed it, brought it to me, like, hey. And I do not do snakes. And then after that, that was the only snake I got. But after that, it was always scorpions. He got a lot of scorpions. Here, initially, he got the desert rats. The desert rats had gotten in underneath the house. And yeah, he got them. Uh, Here's one thing. I'll run this by you guys. So I put these mini splits in, and I'm going to pull out my furnace and get rid of it because it doesn't work. I don't need it. These have heat pumps. But I still have, like, through the center of my house is ductwork. So here's my plan. I'm going to take out the furnace. I'm going to turn that into a pantry, but I'm also considering putting in a centralized vacuum cleaner. And where the registers are is where I'm going to put the stub outs. So because with a centralized vacuum, you need a big hose and a vacuum attachment at the end. So then you don't have to own a vacuum cleaner. You just hook up and go room to room and vacuum whatever. I think that will increase the value of this home. Um, I haven't really looked into it that much, um, but I think that would be a pretty cool thing to have here. As for this being such a small little place, I think a centralized vacuum, for this eventually being a rental property, I think that would be a benefit. Hey, you don't need a vacuum cleaner. You just here's the hose and the little attachment. You hook that up and vacuum everything, and you just take that room to room. So I appreciate your guys' thoughts on that. Wow, we got over 100 people in here. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you guys. Please hit the like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you're watching on Twitter and you can share this out, I do appreciate it. On Twitter, I'm getting close to 5,000. I've got 4872 followers, and I'm gonna keep focusing on the X account until I'm over 5,000. So I'm 128 away. So I can do that. I can do that this month. If if I really focus, I can gain 100 in a week. So that's very doable. And 5,000 is actually been my big goal on social media, getting 5,000. Because once you get 5,000, it pretty much starts doing it all on its own. Like you don't have to. I've noticed that with the YouTube. Once I crossed 5,000, I don't really have to do things out there to get a lot of subs. People just find me. YouTube, it's a big enough audience that YouTube, I know it's going to push things out. Some people have told me 10,000, but I actually started seeing a difference at 5. Um, and I'll do this. I'll do this. And that's fine. That's normal. There are people that YouTube, me and Coupe talk about that. Coupe has 43,000 followers, something like that, and his will do this. But when he does certain content, he's like, "Oh yeah, when I do this, I see a jump." But I'm not chasing the subscribers. I much like Tug said, if you just keep doing your thing, um, if it works, you're gonna get the followers. We have a friend who has that. It worked great. Yeah, they are. They just seem really nice. I was building a billionaire's home at one point, and that was the first time I had ever seen them. And yeah, as I'm looking here, there's cheap as 200. There's $400, $800. The $800 one looks pretty good. Looks like it's got everything. But I'm thinking I'll just run it through the ducting system that I already have. It's a straight line. Um, so I'm like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. And then I'll just put the little thing above it, and there you go. That way I don't have to get into the walls and do anything crazy. It's just right there in the floor. You open up the cat, connect it. Here, I'll show you what I'm looking at here. Yeah, right here. Like here's the $800 one. If it opens up. So yeah, it's got all this stuff here. And it's just looks like it's just PVC. Yep. So just PVC through the house. And then yeah, here's the connection right there. Just pop it in. And it just looks like a nice thing. Maybe I can find it under images. Yeah, right here. So mine would be in the floor, but you'd still be able to connect. And think about it, you don't have to carry your vacuum cleaner all around, you know? Because every couple of years, vacuum cleaners aren't made the way they used to be. And then that's what it would look like hooked up in the what's going to be my pantry. So that's what I'm thinking. Hey, Rick's Cowboys, welcome, welcome. Stay consistent in content. When he says stay consistent, he means consistently bring it out. The type of content you do, some things I do get a lot of views, some things I do get very few views. So, like when we do Veteran Nation Live, I know on YouTube, I'll probably get 20 people. I think yesterday we had 35 people, is where we maxed out on YouTube. But on X, we had consistently over 30 people on X the whole time. And yeah, and at one point I think we had 50 people in there. So when you're doing that, you know, whenever I do veteran content, the people on X, they love it up. Whenever I do Jeremy Hale's content, the people on YouTube love it up. So I do both because I've got one part of my audience that likes this, one part, and then I get some crossover. And you got to look at these like a Venn diagram, and you know you have to hit up all the circles, but you're looking for that crossover. Quite honestly, those, and then I'll teach you guys other stuff. When you have fans who are out there, like Robert. Robert is always in my chat. Robert is always in Georgie and Coupe's chat. He's always in Megan and Tug's chat. He is consistently there. I have no problem helping Robert because he's always supporting us. So of course I'm going to support Robert. But there are people who won't do stuff to support their audience. Or you'll see, they only do it when it helps them. I'm happy to help Robert. You know, it's he supports us. So yeah, of course I'm going to do things. You look wrinkly, must be from the hot tub. I wasn't in there that long. It's probably just I woke up a little bit late today. Even though I was in bed, I was in bed early. I didn't fall asleep right away, but I did get some good sleep last night. The cat only tried to wake me up once. I did move one of his feeding times to right when we go to bed, hoping that that will stop him from waking me up. Robert is hilarious. He is. He's very funny. Uh, and I legitimately want to help Robert, and we've done that with other people too. But yeah, some of these people. Oh wow, we got 51 watching on X this morning. Thank you, all of you over there. Thank you. Please share this out. Um, yeah, you need to celebrate your top fans. Tommy Karate, day one of me doing this show, day one, back when it was still called Veteran Nation with the sergeant and the skipper, because I had Michael Bloomling, who was an Army sergeant, was my co-host then. Tommy Karate was there for that first show, absolutely supporting me in the early days when nobody knew about me. And now he's talking about doing his show. And I'm like, dude, you tell me what you need. I am there to support. Knott's was fun. Knott's Berry Farms was fun. I'll say this. Knott's Berry Farms is owned by Cedar Fair, and I grew up near Cedar Point. And it's named Cedar Fair because it was when Cedar Point and Valley Fair from Minnesota, they merged into one company. They do the they don't have the greatest military and veterans discounts. I can get better discounts at definitely SeaWorld and Busch Gardens. And if you're a family member of a veteran, you should be going to Busch Gardens. They give you like 4 free tickets every year, and then you get like a 50% discount every other day. Um, so that's really big. Disney gives me a huge discount. I can go to Disney for 3 days, $100 a day with a park hopper. That's actually a really good deal when you start looking at Disney's prices. And then in Disney World, they have Shades of Green Resort, which is beautiful. Um, Even Universal does a really good Universal and Legoland. They do a really good. My son never wants to go to theme parks. I'm like, what kind of teenager doesn't want to go to a theme park? But he never wants to go. But I can't go to Legoland by myself, which I actually support. I think that's great that Legoland's like, oh, you don't have a child? Yeah, you can't come. I think that's great that they do that. But yes, all the Cedar Fair parks. So that would be Knott's Sky or Knott's Berry Farms, Valley Fair, Cedar Point, Kings Island. They don't offer really that good of a military discount. I got like $8 off my tickets, which I'm happy to get. But other places do have a bigger thing. What is the status on the e-bike? That is the only thing left on Robert's wish list that we have not purchased. It's $200, but um, uh, we have been getting gift cards towards that. So we're getting there, and we're gonna reach it. Do coin pusher videos. JH says there's most watch. I can believe that they're his longest watch. And see, the way YouTube does it is when people watch for long periods of time, that counts as multiple views. Um, my son is 15, Nancy. Uh, so yeah, it counts as multiple views. That's why. But the coin pushers, I've I've only seen one casino with a coin pusher, and that was on a cruise line. I've never seen a coin pusher in the casinos. I'm not saying they're not there. I've just never seen them. I've literally I can walk to the local casino here. They don't have one. It's 7 o'clock. I am going to be wrapping this up soon. 100 people in here, man. You guys are over 100 people. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Please share this out. If you're on X, please retweet me. I'm trying to get. I'm 128 away from 5,000. Trying to get to that magical 5,000. We'll get there. I will get there. Any other questions before I start wrapping things up? Yes. Oh yeah, little man will be driving soon. He here in California, he qualifies for a learner's permit at 15. Um, he's a Boy Scout. He's going for his Eagle Scout, and so he's got to focus on that first. But by the end of the summer, I think he'll have the class, and we'll be able to do his learner's permit then. That's as good. It's generally safe, down to earth safe, and was the original Disney. Yeah, it they take safety pretty seriously. Um, it has been a fun stream. Um, what's funny is me and my son, we do enjoy hanging out with each other, but I also give him his space. I give him his space. I'm constantly, hey, if you and your buddies want to go do this, I'll drive you, drop you off. You know, I he'll if he wants me to hang out, he's like, hey, Dad, come in here and watch me play this video game, and I'll come in and hang out with him and do it. Uh, Your son not being in the theme parks is a good thing. Too many teenagers go to theme parks and cause mayhem. Oh yeah. Teenagers should not be allowed. There are people who drop their teenagers off at the theme parks. No. My parents, when I was a teenager, they would take us and they'd be like, okay, we will be here at noon. Come check in with us. And then, okay, at 3:00 we'll be here. Come check in with us. How do you gift card for Robert? So veterannation@protonmail.com is my email. You can, if you do a digital one, you can send it to me. If you send me an email and say, hey, put me in contact with Robert, I will do that as well. I check with Robert because I don't just give out his information. Georgie just woke up. Welcome, Georgie. I'm actually wrapping things up. It's 7:00 already. But yeah, that's how you get in touch. If you get in touch with me, I'll put you in contact with Robert. Or you can text the number right there, 225-395-1838. That is Bald 951 Vet. Bald 951 Vet. But really, the email, veterannation@protonmail, easiest way. Or you can always DM me on the if you're following Veteran Nation Foundation on either X or Facebook or any of the places. Yeah. Your power went out, Coupe. Oh, hopefully it's all back and running before your show. Make sure you guys tune into Georgie and Coupe today, 8:00. I do tune in. I do a morning meeting with the Marines every morning. And yeah, I got to get through that first. Some days 5 minutes, some days 15 minutes, some days half an hour. You never know. Mondays are normally the longest. Oh, you were up with Tiny Man. Ugh. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to start wrapping this up. Thank you so much. Please share the petition. Share the petition. The Change.org petition. It's pinned if you're on YouTube. Actually, it's also pinned to my profile on X if you're watching on X. So share that petition out. We're trying to get over 5,000. We're close to 4,200. But I'm gonna start pushing that. I'm gonna get a little bit more aggressive pushing that out. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Oh, your power's back on. Good. I was having connectivity problems with my phone last night, and I think it was because we were getting storms in the area, not here. I did not get rain, but in the area. And yeah, that happens. All right, folks, I'm going to wrap things up. Thank you so much for being here. I might be live later on today. I got to find out if I'm doing a recorded interview or if I'm going to do it live. But you'll see it if it's recorded. So, all right, folks, thank you so much. And as always, thank you for being worth serving.
Coffee brewing as the sun peeks through the haze. Birds are chirping, serenading morning's praise. Front porch creaks as dreams fade away. America's awakened to a brand new day. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleeping moon. Loose print smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, want just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleeping moon. Newsprint smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup, simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore, morning in America, on just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise, kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine, America's awaking with a heart full of shine. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise, kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine, America's awaking with a heart full of shine. Tractors rumble, fields coming alive, big wheels turning where hopes and dreams strive. Laughter echoes down the old dirt road, America's awaking to lighten her load. America's awaking to lighten her load.